Hey, okay, so this is a tutorial about how to use Windows applications as if they were Mac applications, like in the applications folder. So, as an example, it turns out that I've been, telling you guys how to do it all wrong. Well, not all wrong, but like I've just been making it a lot more complicated than it should have been. It turns out that Wine Bottler can actually do all of the installation for you, and it just makes things so much easier. Okay, so for example, I'm going to install this Windows program called Pigeon. It's like iChat or ADM basically, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. So what we do is we go to the Pigeon website and we go to download, and instead of downloading the Mac version, which actually doesn't work very well, we go to the Windows version and we download that by clicking this link. So I've already downloaded it, and it's right here. So what you do is you open up the .exe or .exe file that you just downloaded, and whenever this window pops up, you choose to, at first I told you to choose the first one, and then install it, then use Wine Bottler, but it turns out that if you use Wine Bottler from the very beginning, it actually makes things a lot easier. So we're going to do that. We're going to choose the second option, and okay, first of all, here's the first problem. Definitely leave this unchecked, otherwise it won't actually install it. Make sure you use a new prefix, actually, so both of those were unlike what I told you before, and check silent install. You can check this box if you want the application to include wine, so like you can stick it on a flash drive and give it to someone, and someone can run like Pigeon without actually having wine installed, but you don't need it in your case. Anyway, so go ahead and click install, and what you want to do is you want to save it under your applications folder, this one down here, and give it the name that you want to give it, as it'll appear down here, and in this case it'll be Pigeon. So whenever you actually save it, what's really cool is Wine Bottler will actually start installing it for you, and see, like it's still like saving as an application, and what you do is if you install it now, then it can be set up to automatically run after it's already been installed just by clicking that application. So basically, after this is done, you'll be able to just click on the Pigeon icon down here in applications, and it'll work. And it'll, you won't have to like reinstall it every time you run it or anything weird like that. And it'll be in its own prefix, so it'll be separate from any other programs that you want to install. So they'll be kind of encapsulated all on their own, which is good though for security reasons. That's kind of the purpose of Wine Bottler, is to make every application independent. Make sure this is unchecked because you don't really want to run it right now. Click finish. Okay, so this thing pops up, and
Wine Bottler needs your attention.
Thank you. So then you choose this, go under program files, and usually the default one's chosen. Make sure that it's the right one though. This is the runner, the executable that you want to run after it's already installed, obviously. So pigeon.exe, that looks good, so click OK. And it's been created successfully, and now we can close out Wine Bottler and go to our applications, go to Pigeon, and open that, and it should run normally. And and at the first run it might take a while to set up, and then ta-da, there you go. So that's how you install a Windows application on a Mac. Oh, and one more thing that I forgot to mention. I mentioned it on Facebook once, but whenever you're running your application, this is ADM, and it works, it's great. To make sure that whenever you're done using the application, go to the file and quit to exit the application first. And then you'll notice that X11 is still running. X11 is the window manager, and basically it's like the box in which all of these applications run, kind of. It just tells the application how to display the windows. So make sure you only exit out of X11. It says X quartz here, but it's actually X11. Only quit out of that whenever you're done using all of your Windows applications, because this will be run whenever you use any one of your applications, so only then should you quit out of it. Also, the Windows application should update normally as long as it's running. You just go to the Windows Windows Program Preferences that you've installed.